Hiya, welcome to another video. So in this video, we're going to be seated. So if you're sitting in an office or anything like that, or perhaps standing is just too much for you, for whatever reason, or getting down on the floor, then grab a seat. So just find a comfortable seat, one where your feet can touch the ground comfortably. If they can't, then maybe place like a couple of books under there or a block or something like that, just because you don't want to be kind of hanging and reaching for the ground. So hands onto the knees, and we're just going to start with some gentle hip circles. And once again, I'm probably going to say this in all of my videos, but this is a wonderful opportunity to just start to deepen the breath. Excuse me. You can inhale on the way forward and then exhale on the way back. Think about filling the belly. Think about filling the sides of the lungs and then the upper chest. And then as you exhale, it's coming from the upper chest all the way down until eventually you empty the belly. Wherever you are, reverse the circle. So we're just nice and gentle, nothing fancy. Don't worry too much. Am I doing this right? How does it feel? If it feels good, then you're doing it right. All our bodies are different. You might not come as far forward as me. You might come even further forward. It's what feels good for you. So yeah, just one more and then come back to center. Wonderful. Our right hand is going to come to our left knee, and that left hand is just going to be behind us, maybe holding onto the chair, and we're just going to rotate to the left. So I like to take a deep breath in first, and as you exhale, use that breath to turn. So my hands don't pull me round. My breath, my back and my chest rotate me. So if you're using your hands to pull you around, then you're going too far. So don't worry about how far the rotation is taking you. Just keep breathing. Breathe as expansively as you can and move within that expansion space that you have created. Nobody else's. One more breath here, and then come back to center. Switch to the other side. So we take that big breath in, and then we twist. And it's a good point as well to make sure that the weight is equal across both feet, across both sit bones. So you're not leaning, you're not going too far, you're not going to lose your balance. And if that means that your rotation is more at a kind of a 20-degree angle, then that's fine. From here, another big breath, and exhale, come back to center. So I had two thoughts going through my head then, and I had to decide which one to say. So come back to center. Just drop the hands down by the sides. Inhale, reach up. Palms together as you exhale to the heart center. So just in your own time, we're reaching up and we're pulling back down. Nothing fancy, but really, really nice. Just moving and opening the chest, especially if you've been sitting at a laptop or a desktop and you've had your hands in front of you, typing away, just opening up across the collarbones, opening up across the chest, the shoulders. Your body will really thank you for this, and your mind. This is when we open our body, our brain, our mind, our spirit, whatever that means to you, just gets a sense of being open. One more time. Exhale, come back to heart center. Fabulous. So we're going to drop that right hand. Our left hand's going to come up and a little lateral side bend. I was going to say little lateral. So once again, weight is nice and equal in the sit bones. We're not leaning up and coming off. So it's like we're pushing the left side of the ribs out. Going to go across to the other side. This time we're really rooting down through that right hip, really sending the right ribs that way. Your gaze as well. Just remember, you can have your gaze up, you can have your gaze to the side, you can have your gaze down. Just be really mindful of that neck and what it feels like it needs. And then we're just going to do some nice windmills. Lots of intention. Lots of reaching through the arms, and we're not trying to win a race, so slow it right down. Tune into your breath. And then come back to center. We're going to do one more chest opening, and then we're just going to stretch the legs a little bit. So hands onto the legs, onto the thighs, and we're just going to kind of do some cat-cows. So inhale, think about pulling the chest between the arms, and then exhale, round through the spine. Tuck the tailbone underneath you like you're trying to curl up into a ball. So we inhale, open, exhale, just round. Inhale, open, exhale, round. I like to move my hands backwards and forwards up my legs. That way I can really open and go through all the movement in my spine that I can. Be fluid. Don't be rigid with the arms. Think that you have to stay in this one place. One more time. The next time your back is rounded, just come back to center. Fabulous. We're going to do some figure fours with our legs. Just going to grab a block. Apologies. So your block will have different settings, or a book or something like that, a little step. So your right leg is either going to come up, side of the foot comes on the block, okay, and you're dropping the knee open, or perhaps you can bring your ankle all the way to the top of your knee, okay? So you're wherever you need to be. That foot is flexed, and I'm just gently pushing down onto that left thigh, and then I'm just going to fold forward a little bit. So I'm gently pushing that knee down, but my hand is on my thigh, don't push it by the knees. And then I'm folding forward, I'm keeping my chest open, I'm not rounding my spine. If I go to a side view, my spine hopefully is nice and straight. Rather than coming here, I'm opening up the chest. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, come all the way up, unhook that leg very gently and just release. Second side, ankle comes up to the knee, above the knee, or perhaps you're using the block. We're rotating the knee here. So if your knee is uncomfortable, you've got any knee injuries or anything like that, don't think that you need to prove anything. Be mindful and respond accordingly to your body. So gently pushing down, up, and then we're folding over. If your foot is here on a block, then you're just gently folding over. It's exactly the same. And one more breath. And gently come back up. Release that side. Just move the block. And then we're just going to do one more exercise with the legs. So left leg first. We're just going to straighten the leg. Think about flexing the foot, so we're drawing the toes up towards the face, and then point the toes. Flex and point. Hope you can see my feet. Now flex and point. One more. Flex and point. Draw that leg back in. So other side, just think about what you're doing is you're pushing your heel forward, drawing your toes back towards your body, and then you're pointing your toes. And flex the foot and point the toes, and flex the foot and flex. Sorry, my son is trying to get my attention. And point the toes and flex. Hazards of working from home. But it's all good. Right, lovely. Just give yourself a little bit of a shake, which you can absolutely do from a chair. You do not need to be standing up. Shaking your arms, shaking your legs. Just imagine all your muscles are just nice and heavy and floppy. Woo-hoo. Lovely. Thank you so much. Hope you found that useful, and have a good day. Namaste.